this is going to be your September you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you might be dealing with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so it can be interchangeable, and it could be regarding an intimate or a platonic relationship in your life. Also, the timeline might be malleable. So, you know, I tag them as September readings and August readings, but the timeline's going to be different for all of you, okay? So just keep that in mind. So you have the complex energy here, Taurus, and your shared energy. This is about a bit of an irritating energy, a little bit of a puzzling energy on a negative side, but on a positive side, it's all about using those mystifying types of topics in our life, experiences, or this connection to kind of figure ourselves out, to put our own puzzle pieces together. Okay, it can be a very educational type of energy, a very curious energy, a very transformative energy. Okay, so it may seem challenging, Taurus, but I feel like there is something new to be gained here in September, possibly new connections or new understanding of a connection for some of you, especially if it's been quite challenging in August, or just feeling really heavy or burdensome at times in August. That energy may be dissipating for you in September. Okay, this person over here is in this energy of uncertainty with the Two of Swords, so I feel like, you know, your overall energy was 10 of Wands, Page of Cups, so kind of challenging the status quo over here, and theirs is not really certain where they stand, Taurus, with themselves, with you, with other people, you know, questioning self, blocking self off, you know, not really wanting to see both sides, or kind of this back and forth stagnation energy on a mental level. This person could be confused or confusing to you, you know, so let's get into it and see, Taurus, where this is headed. So I'm going to go into recent past energy, and then I'm going to go into perception of each other, how you genuinely feel, and then future energy, okay? So recent past here, you have the Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, Three of Coins, Page of Swords. So Taurus, I feel like in the recent past, it's this energy of kind of walking away from, you know, things that no longer serve you, and then inviting this new energy into the mix, so to speak. So there might have been something you walked away from, and then something you walked right into, whether that be career or love. But there's a new energy here, and it could be highlighting friendships in the past. You know, you may have walked away from a relationship and found support within your support group, within a friendship, etc. But for others of you, it's just like this newfound emotional desire for cooperation in your life, and yet there's this immaturity here, okay, whether on your part or this person's part. You have two pages and a page in the overall. So to me, this is speaks of being underdeveloped, meaning there's a lot of new potential thoughts, there's a lot of new potential emotions or connections, but whether that's coming into fruition or not is up to you and what your action is towards that. But I feel like, you know, you were learning new things about yourself emotionally that maybe you thought you walked away from, but now you're realizing, I actually kind of need to work on that a little bit more, you know, because you're kind of skeptical of your own progress at times, Taurus, in the past energy or in the present energy. And that kind of keeps you from building up as much as you could, both within your security of self, but also financially for some of you. So that's an interesting energy there. Let's see this person, recent past, for my Taurus. So this person's recent past energy is Nine of Pentacles. Woo. Seven of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. So, Taurus, this person, in the recent past, I've been focused more on self-sufficiency, on trying to keep the peace or ignore. You know, they may have been ignoring you or ignoring others, or just, you know, not wanting to, like, hear. What I get is, like, they don't even want to hear what's going on in the world. They're just like, I gotta focus completely on me. I cannot let this in my bubble. I want to feel foundational. I want to focus on my present life and energy. And, you know, so they may have been blocking out anything that they felt would impact that, not really wanting to hear it, ignoring it, but it's for their own sanity. It's for their own peace and their own well-being, or at least that's what this person was feeling and coming from, is like, okay, I'm going to protect my well-being, okay, because I want to feel secure in my foundation, okay, and that could have been where the closed off energy was coming from, Taurus, this uncertainty. It may not even been uncertainty. It may have been purposeful, you know, to try and maintain their inner dialogue, their inner peace, their well-being, okay? Especially if this person doesn't like to deal with complex issues, if they get overwhelmed with the world or anything that may irritate them, that may be their coping mechanism as well, is just to ignore, like blinders, like that, you know? So let's see what your perception is of the connection then, Taurus, your perception of the connection. My Taurus. Now keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it may be your truth, but it may not be this person's truth. So we'll go back and forth and see your perception of the connection, Taurus. You have the Death card here, 7 of Cups in the reverse, okay. Knight of Coins. And then King of Wands, 7 of Coins, Ace of Swords. So, Taurus, I feel like when it comes to this connection, you're done with any emotional confusion, okay? There's been a major change here on an emotional level, all right, with the Death card and the 7 of Cups. So it's like putting an end to multiple options for some of you, or putting an end to confusions, illusions, stuff like that, you know. If you had an illusion about this connection, coming out of that, I feel like your perception is that it's interesting because you feel like sometimes you have to put a lot of work into just trying to understand your emotions sometimes, or understand this person's emotions, because it's like there's a change here and then the fog lifts and then you come back to it. So it could be like you have clarity and then you get a little bit muddled, and then you get clarity and then you get a little bit muddled as it pertains to this connection, you know. So there's slow progression, I feel, during this time frame. And then you also perceive them as King of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So I feel like your perception of this person or connection is that they have a lot of confidence, and that is worth the time and energy to you, or has been in the past, and you're getting some clarity, okay? So figuring out the truth, and deciding to put more time and energy into self as well. I feel like this connection, it makes you feel, it fuels your confidence, okay, and your wherewithal, your ability to stand on your own 2 feet in whatever way that is. And I feel like you've gotten the truth. You're seeing this connection for what it is during this time frame, okay? So, let's see. Wow, this person's connection, Death card as well, same position as yours. Death card, the Wheel, the 8 of Swords, one more. 8 of Wands. So, Taurus, this person's perception, again, is that there is change. They see change in you. They know that you are changing also emotionally. This person views this connection as something that they feel fortunate to have in their life, or they're fortunate for the lesson, because the lesson may have changed them dramatically, from a place of fear to a place of expecting the best or progression. They may have learned that because of the complexity of the connection, and that's the resolution they've come to, or it could be something that you've literally taught them. But I just feel like this person they perceive the connection as changing, ending, cycles ending within it. And for a moment, it kind of gets in their head. So if you have been changing, this person's aware of it, and it does kind of get in their head. But then at the same time, it releases their energy to be themselves and to move forward and to feel better or freer to communicate. Maybe they were uncertain about that in the past, but there's some sort of progress here, you know. This person may, be really overthinking things as it pertains to the connection as well. They may pick your words apart, Taurus, or, you know, run conversations through their head, or, you know, things like that. You may have a history of doing that. So let's see, genuine emotions, Taurus. How do you genuinely feel underneath all of that? Your genuine emotions towards this person. Get my cards together. You have the Eight of Wands here. Whoa! Oh, come on. Wow, that's like half the deck. So just a few cards. But I'm going to take this one, the High Priestess that flew out over there. Okay. The Palace of Swords. All right. So, and the Chariot. Nice. So on an emotional level, Taurus, you genuinely want peace in your life. Communication, if you haven't been communicating with this person, or you're open to it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you genuinely feel more connected with your intuition than you've had before. And in September, you're going to get clarity like you've never had before. Even things that have really boggled your mind, you know, for years, I feel like you're going to get clarity on. And it's by getting into this emotional space where you understand that it's all connected and that you are not a victim of circumstance, rather a participant in it, and that your thoughts create your reality, and that thought is what's driving your emotion, and emotionally you're ready to move forward, move on for some of you. And I feel like you want peace, communication, progress. On an emotional level, it's like, yes, getting the messages that you need, getting the clarity that you need. These could be downloads from your spirit, from intuition, just thoughts that occur to you, dreams, states, you know, or just literally physical communication that you get that helps you to move forward. But emotionally, it's like if there had been muddy waters in your emotions, the waters run clear in September. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever dirtied your water, so to speak, whatever dirtied your heart, your emotions, it's clearing up in a very major way during September. So it's beautiful. And I have the most beautiful image in my head of like a clear running babbling brook. Like it's not the floodgates opening, because it's a nice flow of energy coming to you, Taurus, a clarity of emotion, and that feels so good. It just feels so good. So this person's emotions, Taurus, Six of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Swords, and then the High Priestess. Wow, you have the High Priestess too. So this person emotionally is still a bit confused. They may easily get led off track by negative thinking or just not paying attention to how they feel. I feel like this person's still trying to figure themselves out. So not quite on the same page as you, Taurus, maybe during this time frame. But all of this emotional turmoil, so to speak, or muddy waters that this person might be feeling is leading them to a higher understanding of themselves, because there's uncertainty here. There's a not wanting to see things. There's a being afraid of hearing something that might upset them, and that's not a state of mind you want to be in. You want to be so resolute in yourself and who you are emotionally that you could enter chaos and not question the way that you feel. This person really isn't there necessarily on that emotional vibration during this time frame. You know, it doesn't mean they'll always be like that, but it's complex when it comes to this person, and they're still emotionally figuring themselves out. And so give them grace if you can to allow them to do that, because they are coming to a higher understanding, and they're starting to connect the dots a little bit with how they feel emotionally and how that all lines up. You know, they are learning more about self, and they've got to kind of turn over their emotions on their own to get there, okay? So let's look at hopes. Taurus, what is your hopes? Okay, the the 4 of Wands. So your hope is to have some new doors open to you, new possibilities. Like I said, your energy is really heavily focused on new. I can see that, a new emotional flow. You're hoping for stability. You're hoping for doors of opportunities to open for you, and to kind of get away from this heavy, complex energy that's kind of been irritating you. All right, this person's energy is the Queen of Wands, so confidence. They want the confidence to create, to feel themselves, to be themselves, to be more independent as well, because I got that message here in the past, and then I see it here again in the hopes. So, future energies. Now, keep in mind, all of the future energies can be changed with free will, guys. You're in charge of your own life, nobody else. I'm just giving you the most likely outcome based on the cards that I have out today. All right, so future energies. Woo. All right, the Devil. Temperance, I'll pick that up in a minute. Capricorn, Sagittarian energy for some of you. Oh, goodness. All right. So you had the Devil, Temperance, the 9 of Wands, the Tower, and the 6 of Wands. This is a powerful, powerful energy here, Taurus. So I feel like I'm gonna break the chains this upcoming month. You know what I'm saying? If you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling trapped, if you've been in a very negative mindset or emotional way of being, you are freeing yourself from that with Temperance here and gaining more control over, in particular, your moods, your emotions, and kind of letting your guard down a little bit. And that kind of opens your energy up, Taurus, for things to naturally change around you, even things that really, really had you stuck or really seemed too complex, like how am I ever going to put all of this together, and etc. And it's just like, once you get out of that mindset and you just kind of sit back and just say, all right, well, all I can control is how I feel about myself, and I want to feel good about myself, and I choose to feel good about myself, and then this will clear up as I clear up mentally, and you get into that space, and then you let your guard down, and here comes the Tower, where things rearrange themselves around you, and then feeling successful with the 6 of Wands here, Taurus, feeling like, yes, triumph, you know, getting out of your own way, yeah? Allowing yourself to stop focusing into things that you have no control over, that just bring out the worst in you, and just actually taking pride in your ability to shake it off, because I have Taylor Swift in my head. shake it off. Yeah, I feel like that's where you're getting on an emotional level. So I do see you not really wanting to battle and just allowing whatever needs to crumble and feeling good about it, you know, like feeling good about your ability to be able to relinquish that control. And that's when the water starts to run really clear emotionally. It's very nice. So let's see this person's future energy, Taurus. The Eight of Cups. The Lovers. Okay. The Devil. So, and then the King of Swords. Dang it, the Three of Swords. Yeah. Well, this person's trying to walk away from emotions that don't serve them. But like I said, they're still doing some deep work, you know, emotionally speaking. They're still learning about themselves, and that's okay, you know. There's still some uncertainties in their energy, and I see them trying to walk away from that. But this person has a very codependent way of viewing connections, meaning they may try to get over a connection by replacing it with another connection, or they constantly feel like they have to have someone in their life, or they constantly feel like someone needs to guide them or be there for them. And in reality, it's just a fear of being independent. It's a fear of being alone. It's a fear of, you know, yeah, but that fear, that thought, that belief brings them more heartache than it brings them good things. It brings them more split energy than solidarity. And this person has had heartache in the past, and that could be why they are this way. They could have been taught to be this way towards connections, relationships, emotions, and they are figuring themselves out, though. They are figuring themselves out. But I feel like this person still feels a very strong connection with you, Taurus. Twin flame energy for some of you, or a very strong pull towards you, or maybe you, they. If you do, you're much more clearer in it than this person is. I think this person has, I keep getting the phrase muddy waters, and I have the song Muddy Waters playing in my head by LP, which is a great song. Yeah, they're just not quite there yet, Taurus. You know, still contemplating, still feeling some things that they have trouble letting go of, and it keeps them uncertain, you know, but they are learning. They're learning a lot, actually, during this time frame. And most of all, they're learning to trust their intuition more and more often, and get there more often, and learn to trust that more than anything. And that's exactly where they need to go. And yeah. The struggle is real over here, okay? But I feel like for you, it's just like, let the chips fall where they may. The things will sort themselves out, you know, and just get very clear with yourself, Taurus, and the rest will follow, at least during this time frame. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you found that helpful. The zodiac signs you could be dealing with, now don't get too caught up on this, because it could be any zodiac sign. It's a general reading, but the primary zodiac signs that stick out are Capricorn and Gemini, Aries, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces again, Cancer, Gemini. I think I already said that. Scorpio energy here, Capricorn energy, Sagittarian energy, Scorpio energy again, Leo energy. Yeah. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I have, but keep in mind it can be any zodiac sign. I have Aquarian energy as well. But just take it as it resonates, guys. Either way, I hope you're doing well. And also check me out on social media, Facebook and Instagram. I go live there just to chat. So if you want to chat with me and check me out, you can click on the links below in the description box and it'll take you straight there. And or you could click on the About section of my YouTube and it's also linked to there. Also, if you like my style, you can get it for yourself at my sister's online boutique, linked in the description box below. Either way, wishing you the best, Taurus. Till next time, my friends. Namaste.